Hello everybody and welcome back. Once again, it's Friday, which means we're posting a Battlefield 3 video as we do every Friday until we run out of Battlefield 3 clips, but I have a bunch, so shouldn't be anytime soon, hopefully. If you're new here, this is the Failed Author page. I am the Failed Author because I can't sell a book to save my life. And every Tuesday, we're posting a tier list. Every Friday, we are posting a Battlefield 3 video. And depending on the time of this coming out, every Monday, we're posting a 2009 Modern Warfare 2 video. We're going to get that one rolling relatively soon. I don't know how soon, depending on when this comes out. But this should be February 14th when this comes out. So February 14th, hopefully. At least that's what I have it scheduled as, I believe. I know what you're thinking. The Scar L, but you're not using the Scar L. We're going to get there. Don't worry. Okay, we start out with the M249 saw. We move right into the Scar L. The Scar L being a weapon attached to the assault rifle class in Battlefield 3. The assault class, I should say. Not the assault rifle class. Though it is an assault rifle. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole, though, because I know some people are very passionate about weapons. I like firearms myself, but, I mean, that hot button term there I'm not willing to discuss. Not in a Battlefield 3 video, at least. Again, if you haven't, like, subscribe. Let me know down below what you want to see. Again, the doors are open. I'm letting you know right now, we're working at Team Failed Author, which is me. We're working on a 4-day upload schedule, which should be Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know why, but that just seems right. So subscribe if you like classic Call of Duty, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and tier list. That's really what we're doing. I have a bunch of random shorts too, but I don't know. When we're talking about the Scar L, which is what we should be talking about, again, it is a assault class weapon. I always played as a medic. It was my favorite. Assault class was my favorite. I should do a whole bit about how the assault class was just the bee's knees. The ability to heal yourself is just, it's kind of broken, right? If you've played this game, you know the assault class, the weapons are probably the best in the whole getup, right? They just are. So now we're actually making the switch. What did we pick? You betcha, the Scar L. Look at this boy, base Scar L. I think I have a grenade launcher on it. What the hell was I thinking? Now, I have made a video on the channel about the AEK. I have made a video about the I'll post another one about the AN94 because I do love the AN94. And the video that has the AN94 gameplay, it didn't do it service because I think it was if you go, I have a playlist of all my Battlefield 3 videos on the channel. The video that had me using the AN94 was more like I can't remember if it was the send-off for Battlefield 3 or it was like, I played Battlefield 3 into 2025. So we'll have to go check. But I'll do a dedicated one because the AN94, it just deserves it. Now, the AN94 was my favorite assault weapon. Okay, and I know a lot of Battlefield players will agree. The AN94 and the AEK and the M16, I think, were the holy trinity of God tier weapons. But for me, something about, and if you look at I think I have a tier list of the assault weapons, and maybe I didn't say it enough on this because the slower fire rate assault weapons seem to be my bread and butter. So I'm talking about the Scar L, the AUG, and the L85. Those seem to be just a little bit better with my playstyle. And I'm sure it had to do with the controllability and the fact that I'm a scrub and I play with the sensitivity maybe a little too high. And it makes me have squirrely shots, right? So the Scar L having the power, and the controllability was very nice. Now, I know what you're asking yourself. Scar L, Scar H, how close are they? I mean, honestly, pretty dang close. We'll give the Scar H this. I'm going to say it's a little more powerful. I don't have the metrics, but just talking about strict in-game gameplay, it felt like the Scar H could drop a little bit quicker. Good news is the Scar L's not far behind. And as you can see, we're putting them down pretty quick. Now, the advantage of the Scar L, I think a little more, reliable as far as shooting long range or across the map. And it had 31, shots when it completely loaded, right? And the 30 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. That being the biggest difference. The Scar H having 21 rounds is always putting you at a disadvantage, even though it's an absolute powerhouse. And I love the Scar H, right? I believe my upload schedule right now for Fridays is Scar L, then Scar H. So if you like the Scar L and you like the Scar H, you better stay tuned. If anyone's made it this far, not only am I impressed, but thank you. Thanks for watching. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback and comments from the Battlefield videos. Wow, we absolutely gutted that guy with that G18 from far away. Oh, that's crazy. But it seems to be, I'm not the only one. Okay. The only one that still likes Battlefield 3, that still misses Battlefield 3 out there. I keep getting people coming into my comments, and it's a mixed bag, and it's probably like the 5th video in a row I've said this. There's players that are like, I've been playing PC since day one, you should play PC. Then there's people that are like, yo, I have been playing, we're 15 and, was it 15 and 3? 15 and 3, pretty close. I think so. I'm not going to go back and check, but you can check. It's 15 and 3. But there's people that are like, do not even waste your time playing PC. It's never populated. It's hit or miss. And I guess they never miss, huh? And that's where we're at. So I'm hoping there's a video hopefully in the works right now. And I'm not going to, just in case for some reason it weren't to happen, but me and another YouTuber. Okay, and we'll just leave it at that. We won't even put in names in case for whatever reason it doesn't happen. I'm fully planning on doing it, so I'm hoping it comes out. Well, we're going to discuss what we want to see in the next Battlefield. Now, this person, and I'll link when that video gets made to their channel because they had an excellent video. Okay, an excellent video of talking about not just Battlefield 3 ending. More or less, the video is about how video games, and especially their online multiplayer, they all have a shelf life. And we know that as gamers, right? A little more now than ever, though, because, let's be real, online gaming did not become popular in the sense that we know it in today's iteration till the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Now, this is a PlayStation 3 game, if you can believe it or not. So this just shows how close we are from its relevancy as this huge boom in online gaming to right now where we're seeing, I mean, what are we, 3 console generations now past it? We're about to be 3 console generations past it. If the next PlayStation, the next Xbox, it'll be 3 console generations since this, which is just mad to me even thinking about that. Putting in that context is crazy. Long story short, me and this YouTuber, unnamed as of now, great video. We'll link in the future videos bio to their page, absolutely. They did talk about other games, but they did talk about how effectively Battlefield 3 is dead. It is dead. They were talking about how, yeah, they would hop on and play, but, you know, kind of cruddy servers. It just didn't really, it's just not something, like, at least on the Xbox 360 servers, because you could play on the Xbox One. You had I'm sure, the few, the proud, the brave that were still on their Xbox 360. And then you had people like me who were emulating it on their Xbox One. Or whatever series of Xbox One. There's like 13, right? And that was making it so you could play every single night. Every single night I wanted to play Battlefield 3, I could hop in and find a game. Now, yes, like, you're not going to find a real late night, at least where I'm at. It wasn't like something you could play late, like 2 in the morning, forget about it. It's not going to happen. But if you wanted to hop in 5 p.m., sure. You wanted to hop in at noon? Sure. People had those servers humming. Doesn't sound like that's the case as far as PC. So effectively, Battlefield 3 is dead. I don't know too many other people besides this channel at this point that's going to be posting Battlefield 3 videos. And mind you, I have a ton. Some on the dock that I can think of right now. Obviously, the Scar H, the P90. I have the L86, the light machine gun. So, you know, something to look forward to. SKS, SVD, all right. All right, we got some. The UMP. I haven't posted a UMP video yet. It's like my favorite BDW. You'll hear me talk about that in that video. So we've got more coming up. And yes, that video had me thinking, though. I'm going to say, clever man, clever man. What's next? And I mentioned it earlier. It's only a matter of time before Battlefield 4 is done. And really, like, the fact that Battlefield 4 came out so close to Battlefield 3's launch, what, 3 years? No, No, I think it was 2 years. I think it came out in 2013. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be very wrong, but I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 4 came out in 2013, which is so mad because people like to act like it wasn't a big jump, that next generation of console from Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Very big jump. A very big jump. Like, could you imagine on console ever? Like, I'm an old man. Like, we're 20 and 4 right now. Absolutely cooking. This gun was so good, guys. I think it's the most underrated assault rifle or the assault weapon in the entire game. I don't know. This, the F2000, and like I said, I mentioned earlier, the AUG and the L85A1, I think. Pretty sure something like that. I get it, though. I get that the M16, the AEK, and the AN94 were so good. I totally get that. Sometimes I wish in video games that players would step out of the old proverbial comfort zone, though. Because I feel like maybe, just maybe, people missed out on some experiences that they would have never, gone through. And, you can't rewind that ye old clock. And it's not like you can hop back in, so there you can go. You can live through this gameplay and watch me cook with the Scar L. 20 and 4 in Battlefield. I'm going to let you know right now. I'm going to look at my wristwatch. Is good. It's good. It's very hard, especially for me. I'm such a novice player. I don't play a ton, right? I know it sure sounds like I played a ton, but I was just recording every second that I was playing. And, mind you, the times that I would record, because God hates me 2025, there's been so many times where I had this epic gameplay. I'm probably on North Shore because it was the TDM God map, that it just wouldn't save my file. So I'm missing out on hours and hours and hours of footage that didn't even get saved in my jump drive. Which doesn't make me sound like an old man. Like, how are you doing that? I was recording it on jump drive. Like, why? I don't know. It's just easy. I'm old, okay? I was born in the 90s. Yeah. Scar L. Like, look at this setup. I don't even have a good optic on it. I think this optic, the ACOG, it's okay. I mean, it's okay because the gun's recoil is pretty manageable, and I think that's its saving grace, is the reliable recoil pattern. I don't know, this thing it's anything that would shoot fast and like jerk the first few shots when you would do it is just not gonna work out good. Something like a burst weapon, though. I mean, maybe one time, or I don't know, maybe you want to run a semi-auto sniper. That would be pretty good at this, I'm sure. Speaking of gameplay that got deleted, we actually domed that person so bad. Stone Cold Alex, Stone Cold Dead. I had a, 80 kill and, 20 death TDM on North Shore with the SKS, and I would have loved to show why that thing was an absolute monster. It's just like a long-range shotgun. I'll talk about that in the SK video. I kind of coined that with the friends and my brother in Modern Warfare 2 2009. The long-range shotgun is because people were quick-scoping, right, is a sniper that can be used at every, kind of range, right? And just think of, the intervention and how many times you'd be like, oh, I have the drop on a guy. And they, you just hear that dreaded... And it's just somebody, rolling up and absolutely smacking you down. It's because, it's a long-range shotgun. That's why. One hit kill you across the map, no problem. Now, mind you, in this game, one hit kills with snipers, definitely not guaranteed. Okay, and it should add more to the long-range shotgunness, because now, especially with the SKS, you were spamming it, right? You're just pulling that trigger. Not a like, why would it give me the ballistic 12? Beyond me, right? Beyond me. I suppose if there was any assault rifle or assault weapon in the game that could do it, would be this, or like the M16, sure. But I mean, still pretty devious that it's like, oh hey, what are you gonna equip on TDM and North Shore Canals? I think I'm gonna run that. Times 12 optic on my assault weapon. Huh. Wow. Alright. Just flying here from Stupid Town too. The heavy barrel on this, look at it. Heavy barrel. The recoil doesn't even seem like it's that different, you know. Maybe it's the grenade launcher weighing it down, you know. You ever have that rationale that doesn't make any sense, but you're just gonna do it anyway? You're like, hey, think about it. It makes sense IRL, but in video games, you know, logic is not its strong suit. So, who knows? I don't know. I don't know much. I just know that I need the Jazz to try and get Cooper Flag. We're so bad. And it's not even like we're so bad on paper. We're doing a good job of losing. But we need to lose just a little more, you know. I think we're still the third worst record in the league as of recording. Let me try and reach into the vault here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're the third. Okay, but here's the problem. I'm pretty sure the Pelicans are on like a 7-game losing streak. And we just keep every once in a while winning. And if we could go on like a 15, 20 game losing streak, that would put us in range of capturing the flag. And we really need to capture the flag. The Jazz, we're ranting now. We're here, okay? We are ranting big time because we trade Rudy Gobert. Okay. For some reason, you know, we could have kept the franchise player in Donovan Mitchell. Now, mind you, there's a lot going into that. A lot we won't even talk about here. But we traded him away, too. Now, mind you, we get what? Like 8 first-round picks? 7 first-round picks? That's fantastic. That is hooray. Here's the problem. The rewards, okay? The rewards. These picks, these players. First off, the Jazz, here it comes. And I try and not swear as much on this channel, but the Jazz fucking suck at drafting. I've been a Jazz fan, unfortunately, my whole life. Okay? Some of my earliest memories on planet Earth are my dad raging at the Jazz in the NBA Finals. I'm like 3. 3, 4. He's just screaming and yelling. Okay. I want you to think if you have any NBA... Oh my gosh, did I really put on the... Yes, I put on the ballistic sight. Whoa, yes. I can't believe we have this captured. No way. Do I actually use it? No, the G18's out. Come on, man. Whip it. Yes. Okay, we're going to have to pause our Jazz thoughts. We're going to see if we can score a kill with the ballistic scope. No way. Come on. Christmas miracle time. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Just one time. I think I can resume ranting about the Jazz. Oh my gosh. I got a suppression kill assist. No, it's not close enough. Long story short, the Jazz don't draft well. We don't even need to get in the full rant mode. We're missing on our draft picks from the Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell return. We're lucking out, though, in one sense. Our early picks, our lottery picks, you know, these picks that are freaking, you know, franchise changers, we are just absolutely blowing it. And we're getting lucky with these second-round picks, and these late first-round picks are actually panning out. And so, in one sense, it's like, okay, that's cool. Because I'm really excited. Isaiah Collier, let's go. I watched USC decently enough, so I knew all about the man. Filipowski from Duke, yeah, let's go. Everybody, top flight franchise program. His grooming Mormon girlfriend, he'll fit right in Utah. Don't you worry. And his knock was his arms were short. Okay, well, you can't teach being 7 foot and athletic and hitting threes and actually having like inside-outside game. You just cannot teach that. So I'm glad those picks have panned out. Where we're stuck on as Jazz fan is Taylor Hendricks and Keontae George have not panned out at all. Keontae George has been moved to the bench. Taylor Hendricks, we're going to put an asterisk by it because he snapped his leg. And mind you, we're not going to mention that he kind of looked like a bumbling oaf, tripping over his own feet and snapping his leg. That is just unfortunate level of clumsy that I don't even know where to begin with that, you know. And this year, Cody Williams, you know, NBA pedigree, brother, star at the the Thunder, right? City Thunder, has just looked timid and scared. Like, he doesn't even want to shoot the basketball. Like, he can't even be bothered. He's not filled out his frame. It's looking bad, guys. It's looking bad. So, what? All of this to say, all those picks we've traded for. Sure, the Timberwolves aren't playing as good. They're probably not a lottery pick. The Cavaliers have decided to be the best team in the East. Those picks are going to be ass. The Lakers pick that we were like, oh, hell yeah, 2027, this is going to be great. LeBron's going to be done. They got Luka now. That pick's going to be, you know, more likely than not out of the lottery. So where does that leave us? We re-signed Lauri Markkanen. I think he's a fantastic player. I said trade him. Please, just trade him. Get him out of town. If somebody was willing to give you 3 first-round picks and some young players, you take it. And you absolutely take it. You get Cooper Flagg. And oh my goodness, what's the worst that would have happened there? We would have been like, okay, we have Colin Sexton. He's a pretty decent player. He's relatively young. We have John Collins. He's a pretty decent player. He's relatively young. Okay, probably not going to win too many games. Develop the young guys. Get Cooper Flagg. Sexton and Collins are going into a contract year. Maybe you keep them if you like them. If it fits, let's sign them back up. If you don't, try and trade them on an expiring deal. Like, why is Jordan Clarkson on this team? Oh, the owner, Ryan Smith, the absolutely jabroni billionaire, part of the freaking broligarchy of these weird tech losers that have all this money. He's like, Jordan Clarkson's my favorite player. I need him on the team. And I'm like, all right, for sure. Like, all right, bet. Like, okay. Like, I'm not saying he's bad. I like Jordan Clarkson. But he's like 32. It does not fit in the timeline for the Jazz. And it's like, what? You just, like, as a fan sometimes, you don't like scratching your head going, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing now? And that's where we're at. If we don't get... Okay, say we don't get the top pick. If you don't try and move heaven and earth, that was a nice double right there. You don't try and move heaven and earth. Say you get like the 3rd overall pick. Take all those picks you've traded for and move up to get Cooper Flagg at number 1. I don't know. And that's like, with all that being said, it's no guarantee Cooper Flagg pans out. But like, they've got to do the worst thing you can do. They've got to give me hope. And right now, I don't have hope. And it's crazy. Because let me tell you, as somebody who's a Jazz fan, I know the only way we get players is not free agency, right? You're going to draft them or you're going to trade for them, right? By the way, have we... The amount of cooking in this video is pretty good. This is not like a map that's usually like assault rifle friendly, barring the holy trinity of the best ones. So, you know, using this kind of slow fire rate, kind of clunky, you know, Scar L is pretty dope. I can't even remember where I was Jazz ranting, man. It's just like, it's hard. They lost tonight, though. That's the good news. What are we, 40-15? Wow. Like, I mean, like, far from 20-5 or whatever we were. But, you know, like, when you use, especially in these high-ticket games, you know, people adjust generally, or you absolutely plunder them. I think we're somewhere in between. Like, they've adjusted. I haven't been playing as good, but, you know, obviously, like I'm getting 2+ kills, you know, just about every life. We're already at 2 kills here. And I'm just surprised at how well this ACOG is, given the fact that I love the red dot on this weapon. So, you know, kudos to that. Kudos to that, everybody. I don't know about the Jazz, man. It just... Oh, I do know something I was going to say. It was about Colin Sexton and John Collins. Those are 2 of my favorite players in the NBA. I cannot believe they're actually on the Jazz, in a Jazz roster. I've always been a fan of those players. And if we're being quite honest, they play very good for the Jazz. And it stinks that they're in this awkward, shitty rebuild, but it's cool seeing them there. Now, yes, unfortunately for John Collins, whose nickname is John the Baptist, perfect for Utah, he will pretty much just be remembered for getting dunked on by Anthony Edwards, right? And it's a shame because he has some absolute posters in his career. Sorry, I'm texting someone. It's my brother-in-law. Important. Yeah, Uncle Eric, I got you, big dog. Uncle Eric in this particular moment is he's a little ill, and he's got a big day at work tomorrow. I said, I'm sorry, brother. I'm going to put anything I can do. I don't know. Like, no free agent wants to play in Utah. And it's hard to blame them. Golly. And we have all this money. We'll be lucky if we sign someone. And I mean that. Lucky. I keep seeing Jazz fans all like, oh, we have like $60 million. Who are we going to get? And I'm like, no one? And it's like, we can't keep accumulating all these first-round picks. We can't even keep them. We traded, right, this offseason, right at the deadline, Jalen Hood-Schifino, who was supposed to be a lottery pick, got taken by the Lakers at like 17 or whatever. It was pretty close to the lottery. We didn't even keep him. We had to cut him. We're like, get out of here. Take a hike, pal. Get out of here. Like, we can't even be bothered to develop him. Now, mind you, he would have been in a logjam, a point guard. We have done the right thing, though, by making Isaiah Collier our starter. And it's a double-edged sword, though, because he's actually playing too good. He's, like, keeping us in games. My way, we can't have this. But we want the player development. He's totally a dog. If he gets a shooting percentage from 3, I'll even take 36. God willing, 37%. 36, you have to, like, you got to close out. You got to keep honest, right? Like 32, you're just like, you know what? Shoot it. Go for it. If Isaiah Collier can get to 37%, I'm kind of thinking point guard of the future is absolutely within reach, and I'm totally here for it. So that is the good news. As far as Battlefield 3 uploads, every Friday. Every Friday until we cannot anymore. Hopefully, special project video does come out, but I think I'm gonna end it there. I begin a little too ranty, and we need to stop, and that's okay. If you like what you heard, if you like what you saw, again, I'm the failed author. Check it out, guys. Like we are a huge, massive Battlefield community. I don't know where Battlefield 3 community. I don't know where else you're gonna get it. You gotta go here. Thanks again for listening and watching, and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, I spotted an enemy soldier, over. Taking up. Yeah, I've got an enemy.